When did you realize your parents just wanted free childcare? When they kicked me out at 18 after I'd been their unpaid daycare worker for 4 years. My parents ran a home daycare business out of our house. 12 kids, ages 2 to 5, Monday through Friday. When I turned 14, Mom announced I was joining the family business. You'll help with diaper changes and snack time after school, she said. Great work experience. Except it wasn't just after school. It was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. during summers. Weekends when parents needed emergency care. Sick days when I should have been in bed. I begged to quit and focus on school. This business pays for your food and roof, Dad snapped. You owe us. By 16, I was basically running the entire operation. Mom would disappear for hours while I managed 12 toddlers alone. Where's your mother? Parents would ask. Running errands, I'd lie, while changing 3 diapers simultaneously. I wasn't allowed to work anywhere else. We need you here, Mom said. Other jobs don't matter. No allowance despite working 50+ hours a week. No car because daycare kids are your transportation responsibility. I applied secretly to college senior year. Financial aid needed parent signatures. College? Dad laughed. You barely finished high school between all your daycare duties. Besides, we're expanding to 15 kids next year. The morning I turned 18, I found my clothes in garbage bags by the front door. Time to go, Mom said, not looking up from feeding breakfast to 8 toddlers. What? Why? You're an adult now. We can't afford to house you anymore. I stared at her. I've worked here for free for 4 years, and we fed and housed you. We're even. What about the daycare? You said you needed me? Mom shrugged. We're hiring 2 actual employees now. People with real childcare certification. My heart stopped. You could afford real employees this whole time? Of course. But why pay wages when we had you? Where am I supposed to live? Dad didn't even look up from the registration paperwork spread across our dining table. Not our problem. You're 18 inches. I stood there watching them serve breakfast to 12 children while my entire life sat in trash bags. Please, just let me stay until I save money for an apartment. Rent would be $800 a month, Mom said coldly, plus food costs. Can you afford that with no job experience? They knew I couldn't. 4 years of unpaid labor meant no resume, no references, no savings. I slept in my friend's car for 2 months before finding a shelter program. That was 6 years ago. I got my GED while working 3 minimum wage jobs, then community college. Now I'm finishing my business degree. Last month, Mom called panicking. Our daycare failed inspection. We're being shut down. Can you come back and help us restart? I looked at my acceptance letter to business school. I'd love to help, but I don't have real childcare certification, remember? We could train you properly this time. Pay you minimum wage. I started laughing. Minimum wage? For someone who single-handedly ran your business for 4 years? Don't be dramatic. My consulting rate is $75 an hour, 4-hour minimum. Silence. That's highway robbery. That's what you pay when you need someone with actual experience. I hung up and went back to studying for my final exams. 2 weeks later, I saw their daycare listed for sale online. Family business closing after 8 years due to staffing challenges. The comment section was brutal. Former parents writing about how the daughter who used to run everything was the only reason they trusted leaving their kids there. She was more professional than the actual owners. That girl saved our family so many times with last-minute care. Where did she go? She was amazing with children. I screenshotted every comment and saved them in a folder labeled references. My business professor asked our class to present on successful entrepreneurship models. I chose their failed daycare as a case study in how not to manage human resources. The presentation went viral on campus. Student exposes parents' exploitative business practices made the school newspaper. Mom called crying. You're embarrassing our family. People are calling us child labor exploiters. Weird. I just presented facts about unpaid workers and business sustainability. You're being vindictive. I looked at my thesis draft. Economic exploitation in family-owned businesses, a personal case study. I'm being educational. Isn't that what you always said I needed? Turns out I did get great work experience after all.